All of this, it's unbelievable. I can't believe that those stories were real. It all really happened.
I think you and I both feel the same way about the profound tragedy of Melusa's loss.
I thought Mr. Marcel would always stand by the Spina. It's unconscionable to have received all that.
The good news is that the Confrérie of Cabriere is no more. We finally closed the curtain on that.
Are you sure? But if Marcel wanted to rebel against us, he probably...
Romu?
Not a name I've heard before.
Florent should remember him. You see, there was once a major... Romeu was the leader of the faction that thought such a vast sum of more, but Mr. Callas believed that an opportunity to collaborate with the court of Fontaine and the Fontaine research, not only would the Aquabus be a good business investment, it would also boost our reputation among the gen... But the two couldn't come to an agreement. Romeu ended up...
And with Papa's stubbornness, I can
And of course, when he was suffering the slings and arrows of outrageous injustice, those relations...
Yeah, you could say it was the price he paid for sticking to his beliefs.
Oh, that's a good point. If Callas was really as stubborn as you say, then wouldn't he have argued with the rank and file all the time?
Oh yeah, it eventually became a thing that just happened on every day that ended with Y. He used to be a lot better with taking counsel, with him listening to our... But on the matter of the Aquabus, even Ms. Clem...
I never knew. But from my perspective, Romeu's position had a lot...
I think the Aquabus was just the straw that broke the camel's back. They believed that Miss Clementine lost her ability to serve as an impartial...
So they thought she had betrayed... But that doesn't make any sense. Before she was their mediator, my mother was also her own person, and...
Yeah, but to them, even taking a side was betrayal enough. Of course, Ms. Clementine then passed away, and Mr. Callas began to regard the completion of the Aquabus project.
So that's what happened.
From that point on, Romeu and his people cut ties with the Spina. Perhaps they've regarded us as enemies ever since they left. But even so, there is still no...
I've also heard that they aren't in a good financial position, so they've been lying low for a while.
I think Coulter's got a point. Both Marcel and Romeu had my father in their sights for a very long time. Even though Marcel's faction has been dissolved, we still don't know anything about Romeu's whereabouts. With how distracted and vulnerable we are.
Good thinking, boss. We should keep an eye on them at all times. I'll let my...
Thank you for that, Florent. And Coulter, thank you.
Don't worry, it's nothing. Do you have a moment right now? How about... I've heard so many incredulous things today.
In that case, why don't we go back to the court? I can pick up Adele's uniform while we're there as... Want to come with me again, you two?
Of course. That's...
Then let's go! Paimon feels like a lot's hinging on this visit.
Adventure time!
Are we not taking the boat this time?
It's nice to walk from time to time, isn't it? Think of it as something like a hiking trip. Once we're there, we can stay a few days before we return.
Sounds good. I haven't walked this road in a long time.
Off we go! Off we go! Well, we've walked far enough for now. Let's take a break. Since we're out for a walk, we shouldn't stress too much.
I've grown old, so...
Well, Paimon thinks you're doing great. We didn't have to slow down for you at all.
Back in the days before the aquabus lines were built, we often had to hike. Malus and I must have traveled this way hundreds of times. When we were tired, we would lay down for a walk. The Spina was still on the rise back then. Mr. Callus was generous, and everyone had the chance to... And now, in the blink of an eye, the aquabus lines have been built, and this road... Oh, I know. I was just being a little...
Then let's stay here a bit longer.
Oh, is this another chance to try some of Navia's macarons? Paimon's been
Yep, I think... Oh, wait. Let me check if I have all the ingredients. Malus and Silver used to take care of tasks like this. Okay, the stove's looking good. Seems like we're all out of flour and sugar. The two most important ingredients of all. Oh, would you? Oh, but it...
We should contribute to making the macaron too! Don't worry, we cook out in the wild all the time, so he should have some stuff on hand.
Oh, that's great. Then I'll leave the ingredient gathering to you. As long as we have some sweet flours and wheat...
Then I'll go look for some boxes nearby for a...
Great. Then I'll prep the stove. Let's... Ah, how did it go? Did you find the... You've all done your part. Just...
Whoa, these macarons look and taste magnificent!
Boss's baking skills have always been famous. Everyone in the Spina knows how
Oh, it's just a hobby.
Have you two seriously never considered joining us? You're so close to the boss, and she obviously trusts you with all her heart, so... I see. Is that why you have to always stay?
You just happened to walk in on our little reunion. Adventurers never stay in one place for long. The name of Spina di Rosula would just... Besides, after everything we've been through together, I'm sure our hearts would remain intertwined even if we found ourselves on opposite sides of the world.
Even if Paimon was far beyond the horizon, she'd still remember the delicious taste of Navia's macaron.
I understand now. Then I am very lucky indeed to have been... I will endeavor to make the most of this short...
We've got no wine with us, but let's still toast with...
Cheers! Hey, what are you doing? Quick!
May your travels go smoothly. May the Spina continue to grow. And may... All set? Let's move out then. I asked some old acquaintances in town to make Adele's uniform, so we should be able to pick it up right away. there, Ludovine. How's business lately?
The demoiselle of Spina de Rosula. I'm a...
Nonsense. We all know what a talented businesswoman you are.
My mistake, my mistake. Are you here for the uniform?
Yep. I forgot to drop by earlier.
I didn't expect Demoiselle to come and pick it up in person.
Navia's always liked to take even small things seriously.
Hey, that's not the only reason I'm here. We mostly just needed a walk to... There are few things more uplifting than taking...
Boss has got a...
Very well. Please, wait here while I retrieve the
Can someone remind Paimon again why Adele wants to join the Spina?
She hasn't given me any concrete... After we cleared her father's name, she became a lot more cheerful and outgoing. She said she used to be terrified of Papa. But the Spina is very different now. She mustered up the courage to talk. Yeah, you could say that. She said that she wanted to become someone like me. Someone who could lend a hand to up...
From the sound of it, she'll be a wonderful addition to the Spina.
I think so too. But for now, let's focus on giving her a great atmosphere to grow and thrive. She can commit to us once she's older, and can really make that decision for herself.
Is something up, Traveler? Huh? Tailing? Oh, Paimon's coming.
I'll go check it out too. Coulter, please hold on to this for me.
All right.
Paimon saw them too! They headed up!
Stop right there!
Water jet! We knew you were going to be difficult!
Seems like if we want them to talk, we're gonna need to teach them a lesson first.
Brothers, there's no need to skulk in the dark anymore. Freeze! One with nature.
Coming at ya! Now, talk. Who are you? And what?
Don't think we'll let you off easy if you keep silent.
How did it go, boss?
If you thought they stood any chance against us... Anyway, stop playing tough and start talking. There won't...
We were looking to get... We were discovered. And can't beat you in a fight.
Get revenge? Wait,
You actually know that name? But if you do, then surely you should understand why we hate you so much!
Indeed. You haven't got the...
We were out drinking when we saw Navia. We got so angry we decided to follow you guys. Too bad you guys messed up ours first. Huh? You're pretty sharp. But so what? We didn't do anything. And now it should be pretty obvious that we can't do... Seeing you like that just really ticked us off.